one and all on the Doctor Who Guide. My name is Alex Goddard, not to be confused with Alex Patterson, your host of the Doctor Who Guide, the man who has showcased the knowledge, collection, and the connection with other Doctor Who fans. And for me, but my name is Alex Goddard. I used to have a YouTube channel. 2 years ago, I stopped doing YouTube for one purpose only, to make people happy and to give all of my hard work to all of those loving customers around the country. I done 4 years of being a chef, and now I have finally achieving a goal in life. I have achieving the name tag, Head Chef Alex Goddard. A sentence that I would probably never ever assume that I would ever get. But to have all this commitment, hard work, dedication, and to all of the praise from my fellow friends and other Whovians around the globe, thank you to one and all for supporting me, as by taking this break away from YouTube, I have taken a lot of time off trying to grind, trying to improve my skills, and to teach one and all on how to be a good professional and to be the greatest chef that I could ever be. And thank you to one and all and Alex Patterson for letting me be on the Doctor Who Guide once again to test your knowledge, collection, and connection with the whole Doctor Who community. And I am happy to be back celebrating 59 years of Doctor Who, and I cannot wait to see what Alex Patterson has got in store for me. And as he's creating a Doctor Who inspired showpiece, I can only give him good praise for now. When we get to the judging, we'll have to see. Has he gotten all of the Doctor Who references he can think of? Has he got himself blown up with Dalekanium in the kitchen? Hope not. But I'm certainly looking forward to see what he can come up with. I'm expecting something amazing, something spectacular, something that we haven't seen out of the ordinary. Just please don't blow up the kitchen, don't hurt anybody, don't hurt yourself, and always trust the fellow people in need, and always come to me for advice and help, as I'm always here as Alex Goddard, the head chef. I'm gonna get used to saying that now. Alex Goddard, the head chef, is here to judge Alex Patterson's cake, and I am going to have a fun time seeing what he can come up with, and to not only impress you lot, the Doctor Who community, but also the Doctor. As you can see in the corner, Peter Capaldi is looking very stern and he's looking very hungry to my eyes. So we'd best not keep him waiting. Let's get on with the judging. Alex Patterson, take it away.
I can't believe that I am here. I can't believe I'm here. To be in the tent is just amazing. It's a dream come true, and yeah, I'm just excited to be here. Today I will be making a Dalek out of cake on the inside and candy and frosting on the outside. It's going to be chocolate cake with vanilla frosting on the inside and then chocolate frosting on the outside with all sorts of candy. So I'm a little bit nervous. The judges do scare me a little bit, but I think that I will be giving it my best, hoping for an Alex Goddard handshake. That's what I'm hoping for today. That would be amazing.
For his Dalek cake, Alex hopes to use Snickers bars for the base of the Dalek, Kit Kats for the Dalek skirt, yellow M&Ms for the Dalek spheres, Kit Kats for the Dalek midsection, candy canes and a Reese's peanut butter cup for the Dalek gun and plunger, Reese's peanut butter cups for the Dalek head, a Terry's chocolate orange for the dome, a candy cane and candy eye for the eye stalk, and gumdrops for the Dalek lights.
Meanwhile, back in the tent, Alex prepares to bake his Dalek cake, which he has never ever done before. And on top of that, the recipe isn't even his own.
Today I'm going to be using a recipe by Nora Cooks of the best vegan chocolate cake. So a link to that is in the description down below. So first step is actually preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and grease 2 9-inch cake pans. So I'm going to go do that.
The recipe calls for 2 cake tins, but Alex only has 1, so he'll be baking his cake layers one at a time.
Now I'm going to measure out my unsweetened almond milk and my apple cider vinegar. It's going to make kind of a buttermilk substitute that's vegan.
By choosing to make his cakes vegan, Alex is taking on even more of a challenge. If he doesn't give his buttermilk mixture enough time to react, the cakes will be dense and inedible. However, if they end up being too light and fluffy, his Dalek could end up lopsided. Now that Alex has his first cake in the oven, he's feeling optimistic.
I feel good about how that went. I'm optimistic. We're going to set the timer for 35 minutes. Test it, see if it needs more time.
Little did he know, however, that disaster has already struck.
Now, immediately, what already kicks in are the nerves.
Okay, so immediately something's not going right. I smelled burning, and so I checked. It looks like the batter is leaking out from the sides.
The nerves to control yourself in the moment.
Disaster has struck.
The fact that you've got all of the weight on the shoulders, supporting and relying on the show, the people, the subscribers, the viewers.
I don't know what's going on. I've made cakes in that tin before, never had a problem. Why now is it leaking out the edges?
And I hope that he can come out of this.
This is not going well.
Alex doesn't have enough time to remake his cake, so he's decided to bake it as it is in the hopes that it will be all right. In the meantime, he's got to make sure he's bought enough candy to decorate the exterior of his Dalek.
Yeah, look at that. This is gonna work. I'm gonna use yellow M&Ms.
A real Dalek has 56 spheres. Alex is going to need roughly 56 yellow M&Ms, but his first bag reveals only one.
Are you kidding me? Are you seeing this right now? That's it in this whole... Uh-oh. Things are not looking good.
Alex's next bag of M&Ms reveals only 4, so he decides to go with Reese's Pieces, even though he wasn't originally planning on them.
That is 30. Oh, that is great. Oh my gosh. 30 plus these 25 should be just enough. Thank goodness I got those Reese's Pieces.
Things are starting to look up for Alex in more ways than one.
It looks great.
His cake has come out just fine.
I am so relieved. I'm gonna let it cool for a little bit. So you can tell how warped this is. Fighting against the crumbs. Oh my goodness, there we go. It's open. Oh, look at that. Did not stick. Okay, that's going in the fridge to cool down. I'm wondering if it was put in upside down. That's... Alright, that's what it was. It was put in upside down.
Now it's time for Alex's second cake to go in the oven.
Okay, this one shouldn't leak out the sides.
Alex had intended to spend the rest of the 35 minutes that the second layer of cake was baking in the oven working on his Dalek. However, fate had other plans. Millie Gibson was announced as the new Doctor Who companion at the exact same time that Alex was baking this second layer of cake.
Of course, when I plan a filming session, news like that is going to drop. All right, that looks great. Let's give it a test.
If Alex's cake isn't baked enough, it'll have to go back in the oven.
Oh my gosh, that is great.
Alex's cake may be baked, but his attention is split.
Okay, I've been answering comments like crazy. Oh my gosh. We're opening this up. That is good.
With Alex's cakes ready, he can start the delicate process of construction.
Hopefully, lay it down. Center.
If he makes his first layer of cake too large, he'll run out of cake before the Dalek is finished. It seems thinking of the future is the last thing on Alex's mind. The present is giving him enough to deal with. He's just frosted the outside of the Dalek with vanilla frosting when he intended to use chocolate. That's a mistake he'll have to fix. Alex has made the first layer of the Dalek so big that not only does he need to use 5 Snickers bars to get around the circumference, but he's got to use some Butterfinger bites as well.
There's the base for the Dalek. Oh my gosh.
Now that the first layer is constructed, Alex can move on to cutting and frosting the second layer. Alex has enough cake scraps to piece together this third layer, but he won't have enough for the fourth or even fifth layers that are required for this Dalek.
It's turning out bigger than I thought, and I'm worried that I don't have enough Kit Kats. So we'll just keep going and see.
It's beginning to look like Alex has metaphorically and literally bit off more than he can chew. The large size of the Dalek doesn't just mean that Alex will need to bake more cake.
I definitely could have made it smaller.
It also means that he's got to conserve his supply of frosting, so he decides to use melted chocolate to attach the rest of the candy to the outside of the Dalek.
It is so big right now.
With the fourth layer of cake now in place, the bottom half of the Dalek is now ready to have the spheres added on. Not only does Alex have to work quickly with the melted chocolate to attach the Reese's Pieces, but he's got to place them accurately as he has no extras. In fact, it appears that he's one short.
There's the base for the Dalek. Oh my gosh. It worked out so well, and I had literally just enough, all but one. That one is the peanut M&M. The next step is going to be to take this layer of cake, cut out this shape, and put it on top.
The top half of the Dalek presents more structural challenges for Alex to deal with. For this layer, he's using a bar of chocolate. This layer is the trickiest yet, as it includes the gun stock and plunger arm for the Dalek, which Alex is choosing to make out of candy canes and using a Reese's peanut butter cup. Alex continues on with the seventh layer and uses more chocolate and Butterfingers to fill it out. But it's not smooth sailing, as the Reese's peanut butter cups that Alex originally planned to use aren't wide enough. Alex will have to use cake instead. Upon inspection, using the entire chocolate orange just does not look right, so Alex must attempt to carefully cut the very breakable chocolate orange in half.
Oh my gosh, I think that's it. That's it. Oh, yes, that's it.
With the Dalek dome successfully in place, Alex uses frosting to connect it to the last layer of cake. After frosting all around the Dalek dome, he then uses melted chocolate to mold the Dalek dome and help it to blend in with the rest of the cake. And at long last, Alex has completed his Dalek cake, which he has named Dalek Candy. After the Dalek Khan, and it's made of candy. It's a pun? Alright, never mind.
That is my Dalek made out of cake and candy. I am so proud of it.
While Alex Patterson may be pleased with his cake, he's not the Alex that needs to be impressed. Has he done enough to impress head chef Alex Goddard?
Bravo, Alex Patterson. My goodness me. You've created a Dalek out of cake. The centerpiece to celebrate 59 years of Doctor Who. Looking inside the Dalek, I don't see a lump of mutant mess in there. I see a cake explosion of flavor. I see amazing centerpiece, an amazing texture of flavors. The cake looks very light and airy. I love the structure, I love the presentation. One of the greatest cakes to ever live in the show of Doctor Who. I can certainly say that I have been impressed by what Alex has come up with. But let's take you back all the way to the beginning. Let's time travel all the way to the beginning. And let's assess how his working style has been in this creation to make his showstopper for 59 years of Doctor Who. I have to say, his science of using an acid and an alkaline in his recipe, very well done to you, Alex. Using your almond milk and using an acid like an acidity of cider vinegar, using in your almond milk to create a buttermilk consistency. When you added that with your combined dry mix, you produced one of the best beautiful cakes that I've ever seen. So light, so airy in texture. I was a little wary at the very beginning, seeing that the mixture was escaping, like the Dalek mutant has just escaped from its casing. But no, he saved it. He saved his cake layers. He made more just in case if he ran out. He used his instincts and he used all of his knowledge and all of the Doctor Who connections with everyone here, knowing that he would never ever leave all of the great components of a Dalek. And I have to say, As I saw all of the sweets and all of the chocolate that he brought, I thought, what's he going to do here? And then I saw the video how he was planning and setting up his foundations for the Dalek. Wow. Something that not many people do when it comes to cake baking. Do you have a plan? And if that plan goes out the door, do you have a plan B? Always have a plan B. Because in any situation, whether if I'm a head chef, if something goes wrong, I always have to have a backup. And Alex, in that situation, knew that he couldn't lose this battle. He couldn't give up against the Dalek. So he made one himself, using the foundations of the confectionery chocolate around him, using the chocolate, using the frosting to cave the Dalek in all of its glory, to ensure that it doesn't fall apart, to ensure that it always has a good looking foundation. The attention to detail is spot on, and something that I've never seen before. Using a Terry's chocolate orange, one of my favorites, all-time favorites, Terry's chocolate orange, I love it to bits. Slicing it in half, and I saw him using this as the head of the Dalek, and then sticking an eyepiece to it, using the candy canes, using the M&Ms to decorate the Dalek. His entire process, his entire instincts, his initiative, and his commitment to go along with this. And one other thing that I wanted to point out, he was scared of making another cake mix, but he did. He made a half batch, just enough so it got that height. And I'm glad he used the offcuts. I'm so glad he used the offcuts, because sometimes in this world, other people would have had those offcuts, but wastage equals money. If you waste anything, you're wasting money. And I'm so glad and happy that Alex didn't waste a single thing. He kept all of the M&Ms color-coded, done perfectly. He didn't waste a single thing, and I am so proud of what he's achieved there. It is one of the greatest Dalek creations I've ever seen. Just truly a magnificent spectacle, especially when he was opening the doors of his fridge, like the doors of the TARDIS, looking as you see a Dalek just poking out and being of a nuisance. But to see one in your fridge, you'd be thinking to yourself, has somebody played a joke on me? If anyone has been baking anything for Doctor Who today, please send all of your baking pictures and videos over to the Doctor Who guy's Instagram. It will be really appreciated. He most certainly will look forward to all of your bakes if you decide to bake for anything for Doctor Who this year. And I can seriously say, if you're going to try and attempt to make a Dalek, then don't use Dalekanium. Don't blow up the kitchen. Don't hurt yourself. You can be a head chef. You can make a cake. Don't let a Dalek tell you what to do. Alex Patterson of the Doctor Who Guide, thank you. An absolute pleasure and honour to be back on your Doctor Who channel once again. I generally feel so warm at home to be welcomed back onto YouTube with open arms. Virtually as you can. But realistically, thank you very much for inviting me onto your show. And I have been giving so much thought and so much interest. Should I give you a handshake? I can try and do the most virtual handshake I can give you. But realistically, you deserve more than a handshake. You deserve a sub from every new viewer on your channel. Let everyone subscribe, comment, like, share this video with all your friends and family. Let this be known. Alex, you have created an elite level creation, perfect for any celebration. The problem is, what are you going to do for the 60th? Now that is something to think of for next year. And I'm hoping if you can make a Weeping Angel, a Cyberman, the TARDIS, the Doctor, maybe a Sonic Screwdriver, our biscuit or something, I don't know, but something for the 60th. I think a lot of us will be expecting more Bake Off shows like this. But this isn't just any old Bake Off. This is the greatest, not so British, baking show in the galaxy. And this is one of the best episodes that I have ever been on the Doctor Who Guide. I've only been on this channel once or twice, if I can remember, but this has certainly been my favourite, reacting to Alex Patterson's Dalek creation What a wonderful centerpiece to celebrate 59 years of Doctor Who. And Alex, thank you very much for having me on. It is an absolute pleasure and such a wonderful chance to showcase my skills, my knowledge, and my human happiness to all of the people on your channel. Thank you very much, all of the subscribers and all the fellow viewers on Alex Patterson's channel. Truly, this has been a memorable celebration. Celebrating 59 years of Doctor Who, I couldn't have asked for a better way to celebrate it with you, Alex Patterson, one of my fellow friends from across the universe. Thank you very much for having me on, and remember to grow your knowledge, collection, and connection with all of the Doctor Who community. And I can only say, it's no longer my time to be a chef. It's time for me to get myself onto some Doctor Who, whipping off the Doctor Who chef jacket like a boss. It's time for everybody to enjoy yourself. Have fun wherever you go. And until next time, Alex Goddard bids farewell on the Doctor Who Guide. Take care, everyone. Happy birthday, 59 years of Doctor Who. See you later, guys.
I can't top that.